Hi everyone, Bernard here, and I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Film and TV channel. We have over to the world of Netflix again. There's quite a lot coming out as I'm recording this on Netflix, and yeah, an interesting one. It's a horror thriller with some good actors and getting mixed reviews, but I thought it was worth a quick look and a quick review on here for you. So we're going to have a look today at a thing called Things Heard and Seen. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe on, push the bell notification. I try and inform and entertain, and as I say, I look at these films and give other people's views and information on them that's out there, but then I also add my own little touch, my own little feelings to it. So that's what we do with this. It's not just me banging on about what I think about it, it's what other people are thinking as well. So I take a sort of cross section of what's going on about certain films and dramas, etc. If you check my playlist, there's lots of stuff on there, and you also see some stuff on my football team, Manchester City, as well. If that's of any interest. If it's not, don't worry about it. It's say I do City Pass, City Presents, City Quizzes, City Movie Clubs, so obviously that's my football team. So if you know anyone who might be interested, please point them in my direction. I'd be very grateful. But don't worry, this is all film and TV, this little review. So please, if you've got any comments to make about this film or anything to do with Netflix or films in general, just leave us a comment. If you can't leave us a comment and give us a little thumbs up, that'd be great. And of course, if you need any friends or followers, I do post loads of film and TV stuff on Twitter and Facebook as well. So if you do need any friends or followers, please seek me out on the links on screen. And I do check every 2 or 3 days and follow and friend everyone back. Right, yeah, Things Heard and Seen. 121 minutes. You could probably knock 10 minutes off that for credits, etc. So it's quite long. Didn't sort of feel that long, which is sometimes a good thing. A 15 rating. It's a horror thriller written directed by Shari Springer Berman and Robert Pulcini, based on the novel All Things Cease to Appear by Elizabeth Brundage. Yeah, I mean, there's some sort of things in that source material that might help you with the film at certain parts, but I don't think many people are going to go out and read the book of this, so we'll have a little bit more on that in a moment. It stars Amanda Seyfried, or Seyfried, I do like a little bit of Amanda, as Catherine Clare. James Norton, yeah, again, I like to see James Norton as George Clare. Natalia Dyer as Willis Howell. Alex Neustatler as Eddie Vale. Rhea Seehorn as Justin Sokoloff. Michael O'Keefe as Travis Lawton. Karen Allen as Mare Lawton. And Jack Gore as Cole Vale. It's about, well, Catherine Clare, played by Amanda Seyfried, reluctantly trades life in 1980s Manhattan for a remote home in the tiny hamlet of Chosen, New York, after her husband George, played by James Norton, lands a job teaching art history at a small Hudson Valley college. Even as she does her best to transform the old dairy farm into a place where young daughter Franny will be happy, Catherine increasingly finds herself isolated and alone. She soon comes to sense a sinister darkness lurking both in the walls of the ramshackle property and also in her marriage to George. How's it rated? How's it done with the old websites? Well, Rotten Tomatoes that we usually go to. Approval rating, positivity rating, just 39%, so not great. That's based on 74 reviews. It's actually been given 29 fresh and 45 rotten as I'm recording this vlog. An average rating of 5.1 out of 10, so a little bit below my little watchable 6 out of 10. The website's consensus reads, this is where they put their heads together and coming out with a little paragraph, a little sentence. The terrors in Things Heard and Seen are overwhelmed by a banal and uninspired adaptation that fails to connect to its haunting source material. So yeah, if you like books, it might be worth just going and reading a book based on that. The audience, Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, they more or less agree with the critics. Probably a bit more of a downer actually. They're only giving it 26% positivity rating. Metacritic, the other one we look at, again, not far off. Is a weighted average of 49 out of 100. That's based on just 24 critics. 8 did give it a positive though. That's not too bad. 15 were mixed, but only 1 negative, so not a total disaster. Internet Movie Database, there you go, Joe Public, you and me, people like you and me watching this. 12,979 as the date I'm recording this, and it's getting an overall average of 5.3 out of 10. So again, not fantastic, still below that watchable rating, isn't it? Some of the little comments, we got someone who liked it was Kirsty Libertine on the 9th of May 2021. She gave it 8 out of 10. And she said, I thought this was a great wee movie, superbly acted. It's not a horror in the typical sense, more a psychological one, but it draws you in. The ending I thought was interesting, it certainly made you think. Ultimately, good trumped evil. There you go. Well, always nice to know that good trumped evil. I don't think necessarily we found that out in this, sort of more or less, but yeah, it wasn't convincing for me. The badge, yeah, someone Prozac, yeah, probably on it. 8th of May 2021, only gave it 3 out of 10 and wrote another dud from Netflix. Not sure where they're getting their writers from, but this follows suit as another headlining disappointment. 3 stars just because the cast is great and does well with what they were given. Plot was too slow and not in a slow burn kind of way, and also very uninteresting despite seeming like it could have been. Then it devolved into a series of tropes and cliches and unreal stupidity. Predictable start to finish and nonsensical all the way. Don't waste your time. Well, there you go. But would you waste your time? Let me have a little think. Let me give you little Bernard's thoughts, my little thoughts, the royal we, the royal me. Yeah, I mean, possibly one of the best things I can say is that I already subscribe to Netflix, so this fortunately doesn't cost me any more to watch it. You know, I'm always already on there, so that's a positive. That's how I always try and get a positive. There's a positive. Yeah, of course, the plot is not a haunted house. It's no different to hundreds of other house movies where there's a presence, evil or whatever. But this tries at least to give a little twist on that. It gives a little sort of twist on that idea. And obviously, if you had read the book, you probably sort of know what I mean by that. The acting was fine. Nothing wrong with the acting. Amanda Seyfried does a really good job leading it, and James Norton is fine as well. So at least character-wise, I like the chemistry. I did like the acting. Now, there's some subplots that are sort of not quite finished off, and they all seem very just thrown into the mix unnecessarily. And in a 2-hour film, you think there'd be a bit more cohesion between them, but not quite. But yeah, as I said, it is long, but it didn't seem that long. It seemed to pass by quite quickly, so that's usually a good thing. But there is a lot of criticism at the ending of this. I've read through all the reviews on the various sites, etc. And yeah, I mean, that possibly reduced it to this low 5 figure. I think if it had a better ending, I think it may have got up to 6.5, because I thought it was quite well done. I mean, someone said there, they didn't think it was that well done and put together, but I think it's well put together, well acted, some good sets for this sort of genre, which is just, you know, as I say, there's, you know, all right, there's one comes along every few days, doesn't it? One of these sort of house supernatural sort of things, but you know, I think there was enough in this to sort of raise it up a little bit, as I said, but it's the ending that people are going to be really frustrated by. But let's be honest about it, most of these sort of haunted house films, I would say at least 4 out of 5 never really have a decent proper ending anyway, or they have a silly ending where we know it's setting up for a sequel, stuff like that. But at least this does have an ending of sorts. You may have to sort of look on the internet and type in what happened, but it's sort of, just have a think on it anyway. Just watch it carefully. Certainly watch the climax to the movie, the last 20 minutes, and you might be able to have your own thoughts on it. So it wasn't the greatest ending, I must admit, but and I think that's probably affected the scores overall. But as I say, if you know anything about the source material, it might sort of make a little bit more sense, but then again, not a fantastic load of sense. It was okay for me. It's not something I would get the popcorn and you know, a put me coke out on a Saturday evening and get all giddy about watching and stuff like that. But it's something you could sort of watch midweek or, you know, in an afternoon. As I said, it's sort of soon forgotten once it's finished. Once you've sussed out the ending anyway. But as stated, I would have probably hated to pay out 12-15 quid at the cinema to watch this, to be honest with you, because I say it would have perhaps disappointed me a little bit. But yeah, or even to rent it for 4 or 5 quid. You know, obviously it's on Netflix. I pay for Netflix, so I'm quite happy to watch this, and it's okay. I'm nothing that fantastic, as I said. But be wary with this one, as I say. So my little rating, I'm not gonna give it my watchable rating. I'm gonna give it that rating where I wouldn't put you off watching it, but be wary. Some people have sussed the ending out, let me put it that way. Some people are reasonably happy with it and give it quite good marks because they did like the ending, but a lot of people didn't even get to that stage, didn't even get to the ending stage, or they did get to the ending and were very, very disappointed with it. But yeah, so just watch with a little bit of wariness, this one. So I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10, which is my sort of mark, saying, yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't, in a, you know, if I sort of recommended it to someone, would I go and sit with them and watch it again? Probably not, to be honest with you. I'm not really that interested, even though, as I said, the acting was passable and okay. There's nothing wrong with it as well. And Siegfried, obviously, I like to watch her anyway. I thought she did a good job in this. But yeah, it's one of those. Just be careful, as I say. If you like me and you subscribe to Netflix, it's worth a look. But don't expect too much. But you might, in a way, you might be pleasantly surprised, but you might be totally a bit fed up with it as well. So just be warned. Anyway, 5.5 out of 10. Let me know whenever you do watch it. Let me know what you think. As I say, I've been. I could have gone perhaps to 5 out of 10, but I wasn't definitely not going to go to 6 out of 10. I can't say it's watchable because obviously it can be a letdown for certain people, but not for everyone. Anyway, leave us your comments if you do get to watch this anyway. Thanks for watching. Whatever you're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my Citizen channel, my football channel. Whatever it is, all I ever ask you to do is stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.